Kind of following the exploits of Jack Kuypers and John Yotko on Facebook. And you certainly get around.
Oh, you're seeing this shirt. This is what
Oh, yeah.
I should. I'm looking over Tom. I'm like, well, aren't you?
Antarctica
you got a
camping.
hat? I go to Antarctica. I better at least sleep on the land.
Yeah.
Oh, it was miserable. Camping on ice is miserable.
I would think so.
The sleeping bags were too small for both of us.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, this was miserable. And there was an avalanche that went down like, oh my God, a couple hundred feet off on the same mountain that we were on.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Was
Anyway,
freaky.
it's
It was
time again
freaky.
for Janet Kuypers.
Yeah, we moved here 2 years ago, and John's asked me, "You never see snow. We should never see snow or ice or anything. You should go to Antarctica." And we come back from Antarctica, and a week afterward it snows. And so we made a little 8-inch snowman when we went out. And that was just the funniest thing. Tom said the last things I said was very depressing. And it got him down. So I thought I'd grab stuff from another book. And it's called When You Dream Tonight. These are a bunch of things that are actual dreams. I ran a poetry open mic for years, taken over from previous hosts. The first host David Rubin would often do poems were of dreams that he'd have and tell stories. And so I had started doing that. And so Tom better not yell at me because these are just actual dreams. Whatever they're about. So these are 3 dreams poems. This first one is called He Told Me His Dreams 4. He wakes up less rested than the night before. I had a dream my teeth fell out again, he said. This time they fell out one by one, first slowly, then faster. Sometimes they all fall out at once. Sometimes they fall one row at a time. I try to stuff them back into my mouth. What is this supposed to mean? I don't understand. I just don't understand these dreams. What does it mean when it dreams that your teeth fell out, when you dream it regularly? I think it means I'm afraid of commitment. No, I said, it means you're pregnant. And that one didn't go over very well with him. And he walked to the washroom, brushed his teeth, made sure to floss, like he would do 4 more times that day. Is actually my own dream. This one is the first dream poem I ever wrote, and it's called, simply put, The Dream. I walked past a slide, almost stepping over a boulder in a children's marble game. As I stopped by the swing set, I heard 2 girls talking. Slap bracelets, plastic purses, bows in their hair. The blue-eyed blonde said to the brown-eyed brunette, "If you dream that you die, you will." The brown-eyed girl's eyes exploded with fear. As I walked away, I stopped and leaned against the jungle gym. The memories bombarded me. Why did I have that dream? Why did I stop myself? Why didn't I die? It was 4 years ago. I was walking in a field where there was brown weeds that stood about a foot tall, almost entirely covering the wretched abandoned train tracks. The pollution-gray sky occasionally hurled its anger at the ground, making rippling waves in the dead grass and straw. I never asked why I was there. Holding my denim jacket closed with one hand, I put my left hand into my coat pocket, and I felt the cold steel in my hands and pulled out a .22 caliber pistol out into the light. The polished silver-gray barrel reflected my fingerprints. I never asked why I was there. I stopped walking, switched off the safety, turned the gun toward my stomach, wrapped my fingers around the trigger, pressed my eyes shut, and fired twice. But I opened my eyes. I started to feel the waving. I stared at the waving weeds, and I could feel this heat and this force through me. As I stood there, I began to punch over, and it was like all my senses slowed down. The weeds moved slowly, and I started to walk. My steps became shorter, yet longer to take. Feeling dizzy, I couldn't even think, but I knew that it should hurt, and so I waited for the pain. But it just wasn't, I wasn't dying fast enough. So I tried to keep walking, but I still felt like I was falling, and I turned the revolver again to my stomach again and fired. I felt the jolt, I felt the force, I felt the heat, but it still wasn't working. I just wasn't dying. So I moved the gun to the side of my head. One shot rang out. My eyes were ringing slowly but violently. But why wasn't I dying? I shot at my temple again and once more, walking slowly, now used to the heat and only feeling tired. Then a voice in my head told me to stop this dream. Stop this dream. So I woke up. Beads of sweat dripped down from my temple. I tasted them to make sure it wasn't blood. I pushed myself away from the jungle gym as I watched the girls in the swing set. The brunette stared at the blonde in innocent amazement. They're all just lies. I turned around and walked away, kicking the dead grass. This is another weird one of a dream of mine. This is called A Dream About Murder. I had a dream last night. It was different from my usual dreams. Usually I dream about stuff that seems pretty real, somewhat mundane maybe, and at most usually frustrating. But I don't know if it was the wine that I had at Thanksgiving feast at Rachel's down the block, or if I had heard some strange story on television earlier. But I dreamt about murder. Dave and I were staying at a hotel in this dream. I don't know where the hotel was, but it was on a body of water. I think it was a lake, not like an ocean or anything. And I remember at some point it was dawn in my dream, and I went out for a jog. I noticed two good-looking men outside while I was on my jog, but then I went down to the hill to the water. I wanted to jog along the water, but then it was all roped off. I don't even know who the they was, that it was somehow roped off for some unknown reason. It wasn't even in full daylight, so I couldn't even really tell. Maybe there was no lifeguard or something present to be around. I have no idea. So I couldn't jog along the water, so I sat down at the bottom of the stairs at the water's edge, right in front of the ropes, and watched the water. And a woman came along down the stairs, and she sat down next to me to watch the water, too. I remember thinking that I didn't like her being so close. I like to keep a sense of personal space. But then it occurred to me that there wasn't much space for the two of us anyway, since this whole area was roped off. And the thing is, I don't even like to jog. So anyway, I don't even know why I was there for a jog or what the point was in time of my dream that this jog occurred, but I know that in the dream, I killed someone. It occurred before the dream actually technically started. I don't remember anything about the murder. I don't know if it was me alone doing the killing, or if Dave was there with me doing the killing with me. All I know is that I killed a guy. I don't know why I killed him, but I killed somebody in another room in that same hotel. Someone who I didn't even really know. And the thing is, I was wearing fake nails during the murder, or at least that's what I inferred in my dream, because I thought I lost one of them at the scene of the crime, and the main part of the dream was me looking in a bathroom trying to remove all of my fake nails because they might implicate me in the murder. So there I was, trying to remove all of my nails, and these plastic nails glued to the tops of my real nails. And they weren't even painted. They were just still just white plastic. And I was removing these fake nails that I dropped some of them onto the floor because I was, ripping them off so frantically. I didn't want anybody to be able to link me to the murder. So then I got them all off. Oh no. And I was still working, and I still had all the glue left on my fingernails. So I was trying to remove and scrape off all that glue from my fingernails, and then I was trying to pick up all the fake nails off the bathroom floor, and they all just fell right off of the toilet. And so I was on the tile floor, and I remember I was just picking them up, and I was also picking up a dust ball that was a used piece of clear tape that was there. I remember thinking that was odd, because this is a hotel bathroom and the floors are supposed to be clean in the first place every day. So anyway, I kept picking up all of these nails, trying to make sure I got them all, trying to occasionally drop one and then try to get it back from off of the floor so that I would have to settle and not be so neurotic about my nails. And this, the whole time, the whole procedure took up the main part of my dream. But once I had all the nails, the only thing I could think about doing was that I could have to dispose of my nails, or the rest of the dream began a frantic effort in trying to figure out how I can get rid of them in a way that wouldn't trace them back to me. I thought I could just flush them down the toilet, but then I thought that some of these nails might have a chance that one of them would actually stay in the bottom of the toilet, and it would link its way back to me, and I'd be leaving a huge piece of evidence in my own hotel room linking me to this man's murder. And so then I wondered if I'd have to make a sift through the sewer water to the hotel, if they could actually do that, if they thought that I couldn't flush any of them down the toilet in the first place, but maybe go to various different public restrooms around the town and start flushing them in different places. Then I started to worry that the nail I left at the scene of the crime, if it maybe took off more than just the glue, it actually took off some of my nail with it. And then I would have actually left DNA evidence at the scene of the crime. There would be nothing that I could possibly do. And then I started to wonder if I actually lost a nail at the scene of the murder, or if I was just overreacting. And then I wondered if I even had found the dead body yet, all this time laying there on the floor of their hotel room. And then the phone rang, and I woke up. Dream about murder. Sorry. Thank you.